Earth hidden for millennia, the ancient secret finally revealed. The blue planet with its oceans, forests, and teeming cities was wrapped in an ancient secret so profound that no alien civilization had ever glimpsed it. Legends of a lost blue world drifted through star charts, dismissed as myth. Yet somewhere in the dark reaches of space, an alien fleet sensed something unusual, a signal faint, strange, and almost alive. Captain Vayler of the research vessel Zenith stared at the readings on the holoscreen. The data was unlike anything they had ever encountered. Energy fluctuations, temporal distortions, nothing in our records matches this, Vayler said, voice tense. Around him, his crew whispered quietly, eyes wide. This cannot be natural, said Mkra, the lead scientist, her multi-lensed eyes scanning the display. It is artificial. But the signature is layered, almost hidden. Someone or something wants to remain unseen. Vayler leaned closer. Could it be a trap? He asked, suspicion tightening his voice. In all the galaxy, traps were common. Every civilization had its secrets and many were deadly. Mkra shook her head. Not a trap. This is deliberate concealment, advanced concealment. Whoever created this knew we would come eventually, and whoever it is, they are smart. Meanwhile, on Earth, humanity remained blissfully unaware of the approaching fleet. Life continued as it had for centuries. Cities buzzed with traffic, machines hummed, and humans laughed, argued, and dreamed under a sky they thought was ordinary. Yet beneath the surface, something ancient stirred. Dr. Aaron Patel, a quantum physicist working at the Global Space Observation Network, frowned at his monitors. Over the past weeks, he had noticed subtle changes in the background cosmic radiation, tiny fluctuations that didn't fit any known pattern. Others dismissed them as sensor errors, but Aaron knew better. Humans had always been curious, relentless. Something about this signal felt alive. He typed rapidly, running simulations, cross-referencing historical data. His screen lit up with a sudden pattern. Impossible, he whispered. This can't be natural, it's encoded. Someone has hidden this. Aaron called his team together. Listen carefully, he said, his voice urgent. I think Earth itself is being revealed, slowly but surely. We're on the verge of something big. The team stared at him, unsure if he was joking. Revealed? Asked Leela, his assistant. What do you mean? Aaron's fingers flew over the keyboard. Something ancient, something powerful has been hiding us, and now the cover is weakening. The galaxy may finally notice. Across the solar system, alien sensors grew more precise. The Zenith moved cautiously through the outer rim, scanning every planet, asteroid, and comet. Every system they visited offered nothing, yet the signal pulled them onward, like a thread guiding them to its source. Captain, said Vayler, I am detecting a faint planetary signature. It is heavily shielded, almost completely invisible to our scans, but it exists. Life exists there. Vayler's eyes narrowed. Life, primitive or advanced? Advanced, Mkra said slowly. Or at least intelligent, but different, unique. The ship's sensors struggled to penetrate the layers of concealment. It was as if the planet itself had been erased from all maps, hidden by an intelligence far beyond what most civilizations had ever seen. On Earth, Aaron's team worked day and night. They were piecing together a puzzle older than humanity itself. Ancient texts, myths, and strange energy readings all pointed to the same conclusion. Earth had been deliberately hidden from the stars. Someone or something had cloaked it in ways that even today's most advanced alien civilizations could not detect. Why would anyone do this? Asked Leela, her brow furrowed. Aaron shook his head. Perhaps to protect us. Or perhaps because we were meant to remain unknown until now. Outside the quiet labs of Earth, the universe moved inexorably closer. The alien fleet crossed star systems with precision and speed, following the weakening signal. Rumors spread among their ranks. Some whispered that they were approaching the fabled lost blue world. Others laughed at the idea, claiming it was a fairy tale, nothing more. Yet none of them could ignore the pull of the strange signal. It was subtle, almost like a heartbeat in space. And with each pulse, the aliens drew nearer. Back on Earth, Aaron's simulations indicated a precise moment when the shield's energy would dip. "We need to be ready," he said. "When it drops, they will see us, and we have no idea who they are or what they want." He gathered his team. "This is the moment humans have been waiting for, not just to be seen, but to prove ourselves. If they are hostile, we will defend. If they are curious, we will show them who we are." Night fell across Earth, but in the quiet, humans dreamed of stars they could barely imagine. Unseen forces watched, felt, and measured. The ancient technology that had kept humanity hidden had lasted longer than anyone could predict, but now it was changing. Slowly, inexorably, Earth's secret was being revealed. The first probe from the alien fleet entered the solar system. Its sensors barely registered Earth, thanks to the cloaking field, but it sensed anomalies. Something unusual, unlike anything in nearby systems. Energy spikes, subtle gravitational distortions, even the faintest signs of life, intelligent life, were detectable. "Captain, the planet is strange," reported Lieutenant Kryn. "It shouldn't exist the way it does. No detectable atmosphere signatures matching civilizations of this level. It's almost hidden." Vaylor leaned on the console. "Hidden deliberately. That much is clear. But by whom?" On Earth, Aaron's team watched as simulations predicted the fleet's trajectory. "They will arrive within hours of the shield's weakest point," he said. "We have limited time. We must understand the ancient mechanism before they can make contact." The team scrambled. Ancient alien artifacts, buried deep beneath Earth's surface, were their only clue. These devices pulsed faintly, responding to cosmic radiation in patterns no human had fully understood until now. "Look at this," said Leela, pointing at a readout. "It's responding to their approach. It's almost like it knows they are coming." Aaron nodded. "That's exactly it. This isn't just a shield. It's an intelligent system designed to hide us until the right moment. And that moment is now." In space, the alien fleet slowed as it approached the orbit of what they assumed was an empty system. Sensors failed to detect the planet directly. Confusion rippled through the ranks. Vaylor tapped the console. "They're here," he said quietly. "The lost blue world, it exists." Then suddenly Earth flickered into view, not visible in the usual sense, but detectable through subtle distortions in space-time. The fleet scanners caught the first outline of continents, oceans, and cities. The aliens stared, stunned. Every theory about the planet crumbled. This was not a myth. This was real. Back on Earth, Aaron felt a shiver. The simulations confirmed it. The aliens were approaching, and soon they would make contact. Humanity, long hidden and underestimated, was about to step into the galactic stage for the first time. And yet, in the quiet halls of the labs, humans did not panic. They were prepared. They had always been curious, inventive, and resilient. Millennia of evolution, trial, and ingenuity had led to this moment. For the first time, humanity would be seen, and the galaxy would never be the same. Vaylor's voice crackled through space. "Prepare for visual contact. We must know what we are dealing with." Aaron turned to his team. "Remember this," he said. "We are humans. We have survived, we have learned, and we will meet them on our terms. Let them see us as we truly are." And so the stars aligned, the signal pulsed brighter, and Earth, the hidden jewel of the galaxy, stood ready. For the first time in millennia, humanity's secret was about to be revealed. The alien fleet hovered at the edge of the solar system. Ships of silver and black glinted in the faint sunlight, their hulls humming with energy beyond human comprehension. Captain Vaylor stood on the bridge of the zenith, staring at the readings. Earth was no longer hidden. It shimmered faintly through their sensors as if acknowledging their presence. "This planet, it is unlike any we expected," Lieutenant Kryn said, her voice low. "The energy signatures, the life forms, it's advanced, yet completely different from anything we know." Vaylor nodded. Prepare for visual approach. I want to see this lost blue world with my own eyes. On Earth, Dr. Aaron Patel and his team monitored the approaching fleet. They had little time. The shield that had hidden Earth for millennia was failing in predictable cycles, and the aliens would detect the planet within hours. Aaron turned to Leela, his assistant. This is it. The moment we've been preparing for. Everyone, remember, we are human. We are intelligent. We are resilient, and we will show them who we are. The team scrambled. Ancient artifacts buried deep under Earth's surface hummed to life, responding to the approaching aliens. Energy pulsed through their crystalline structures, casting soft blue light over the labs. It's reacting to them, said Leela. It's almost like it knows they are coming. Aaron's eyes widened. Exactly. This isn't just a shield, it's a sentinel, and now it will help us control how we are revealed. In orbit, the alien fleet hesitated. Something about Earth defied their expectations. It was alive with energy, yet invisible in certain wavelengths. Ships scanned and rescanned, but the readings were inconsistent, like a ripple in space itself. Captain Mcraw said, speaking through Vaylor's communication channel, "We are being observed. The planet's energy, it's responding intelligently to our scans. Whoever is there, they know we are here." Vaylor frowned. Interesting. So the humans are not only hiding themselves, they are aware of us. We must proceed carefully. The first probe descended into the atmosphere. It was a sleek, unmanned craft designed for observation, but even its advanced sensors struggled to decode the planet's mysteries. Cities appeared briefly on the scanners, then vanished like mirages. Forests, mountains, oceans, all detectable, yet somehow shielded from full view. On Earth, Aaron's team watched the probe's descent with tense anticipation. Using the ancient artifacts, they created subtle signals that guided the probe harmlessly past defenses, ensuring no accidental aggression. Humans had lived in secrecy for millennia, but now they had to engage with the galaxy. Carefully, cleverly, they prepared their introduction. As the probe landed near a human city, it scanned the surroundings. Humans walked the streets, unaware of the alien presence above. Children laughed, cars moved, lights flickered in apartment buildings. The aliens expected primitive ruins, perhaps scattered survivors. Instead, they found thriving civilization. Back in orbit, Vaylor's sensors captured the first clear image of human life. "They are advanced," he said softly. "Yet primitive in some ways, but their intelligence is unmistakable. These beings, they are remarkable." Mcraw tilted her head. "Remarkable, Captain, they are dangerous, not in a violent sense, yet but they are clever, intuitive. Their technology interacts with ours in ways we cannot fully understand. They are adaptive." Vaylor nodded slowly. "I expected to find survivors. I did not expect equals." On Earth, Aaron's team activated a subtle communication system through the artifacts. A soft pulse reached the probe, translating their presence into a language the aliens could comprehend. Symbols appeared, simple yet precise. The probe's onboard AI analyzed the message. Moments later, it transmitted a report back to the fleet. "Intelligent life confirmed. Highly adaptive, non-hostile, awaiting further communication." Vaylor's eyes widened. "Non-hostile and highly adaptive. We must proceed with caution but also curiosity." Humanity prepared for the next step. Aaron realized that this was more than first contact. This was a test. The aliens had power, technology, and knowledge spanning millennia. Humans had ingenuity, intuition, and the unexpected ability to manipulate even ancient alien technology. Leela pointed at a display. "Look at this. The shield artifacts, they can amplify our communications, influence their sensors, even guide their probe safely. It's like they were built for this exact moment." Aaron nodded. "We are not just humans. We are the heirs of something far older, something that has prepared us to survive contact with the galaxy." The fleet hovered closer. Massive ships reflected light like mirrors, engines humming in harmony. The aliens debated among themselves. Some argued for cautious study, others for outright occupation, but all were impressed, baffled by the signals they had intercepted. "Captain," said Kryn, "they are trying to communicate." Vaylor leaned over the console. Symbols, patterns, and pulses of light formed before them. The aliens analyzed them, comparing with thousands of known languages and signals. Nothing matched, but the intelligence behind it was clear. "They are clever," Vaylor admitted, "unlike anything we expected." Aaron's team watched as the probe returned images of humans performing ordinary tasks, children playing, scientists working, engineers repairing machines. But the aliens read more. They saw patterns of organization, problem-solving, and adaptation. The humans were alive with creativity, resourcefulness, and instinctive intelligence. This was humanity's first HFY moment. The aliens realized that these beings, hidden for millennia, were not only capable of survival, they were capable of mastery. The humans decided on the next move, reveal themselves strategically. Using the artifacts, they projected a controlled holographic display near the probe. A human figure appeared, waving, showing no aggression. The message was clear. Humans were aware of the aliens, but they sought understanding, not conflict. On the bridge of the Zenith, Vaylor leaned forward. "They are communicating intentionally. They are showing themselves to us. This is unprecedented." They could hide completely, but they chose transparency. Imkra shook her head in awe. "They are remarkable. They understand us before we understand them. This is new." As the aliens deliberated, humans prepared their final test for Part 2, a demonstration of ingenuity that would leave the visitors stunned. Deep beneath Earth's surface, the artifacts began to pulse more brightly. A complex holographic map of the solar system emerged, highlighting energy flows, planetary orbits, and hidden resources. The aliens could see, in real time, the ancient system that had concealed Earth. Vaylor's jaw tightened. They know the technology. They control it." Imkra nodded slowly. "They are humans. They have no predecessors here, no guidance. Yet they manipulate alien artifacts with instinctive precision. Incredible." Aaron's team monitored the fleet's reaction. The aliens were silent, scanning, recalculating. Every strategy, every expectation they had brought into the solar system was being rewritten by humans who had never left their home planet. This was humanity at its finest. Not through raw power, not through overwhelming force, but through intelligence, creativity, and adaptation. The aliens, despite their centuries of exploration and conquest, had underestimated humans. Suddenly, a decision was made. Vaylor transmitted a formal message to Earth. "We wish to meet. We come in peace, yet we are curious. Prepare for our arrival." Aaron felt a surge of adrenaline. "This is it," he said. "Our first face-to-face contact with the galaxy, and we will show them who humans truly are." The humans prepared landing zones, communication centers, and safe points for the aliens. They anticipated hostility, diplomacy, and curiosity. They were ready for anything because humans always adapted. And so, as the alien ships descended toward Earth's orbit, a new chapter began. Humans would meet the galaxy, not as prey, not as myths, but as equals. Their ingenuity, courage, and intelligence would shine, leaving the aliens awestruck. As the sun set over the oceans, cities, and forests, Earth itself seemed to acknowledge the moment. For the first time in millennia, humans were not hidden. They were ready to stand before the stars and claim their place among them. The stage was set for Part 3. The aliens would soon witness the greatest secret humanity had ever kept, a secret that would change the galaxy forever. The alien fleet hovered above Earth, massive ships casting shadows across continents. Captain Vaylor stood on the bridge of the Zenith, staring at the blue planet below. Every sensor, every scan, confirmed what he already suspected. These humans were unlike anything in the galaxy, and now they were about to reveal something even more incredible. On Earth, Doctor. Aaron Patel and his team had prepared for this moment for years. Deep beneath the mountains of a continent, in a chamber sealed for millennia, ancient artifacts waited. These were not mere machines. They were relics left behind by an unknown precursor civilization, devices of unimaginable power that had hidden Earth from the stars and safeguarded humanity. Aaron looked at the glowing panels, the intricate symbols, the crystalline conduits humming with energy. "It's time," he said. His team nodded, hearts pounding. With a wave of his hand across the control panel, the chamber lit up. Energy cascaded through the walls, connecting the relics in a lattice of light. A holographic projection filled the room, showing not only Earth, but the solar system, the surrounding stars, and paths of energy that stretched beyond known space. "This," Aaron said, voice steady, "is what has kept us hidden, and this is what we are now ready to show the galaxy." Above Earth, the alien fleet felt the shift. Energy readings spiked across all sensors. Ships shuddered, shields flickering in response to an invisible force. Vaylor's eyes widened. What is that?" he asked. Mkra was speechless, her multiple lenses reflecting the light cascading from Earth. "It's intelligent," she whispered. "It's responding to us." On Earth, humans activated the final stage of the artifact network. A beam of energy shot skyward, visible even from orbit, forming a shimmering dome over the planet. Symbols, complex and beautiful, danced in the air, an intricate language of light, designed to communicate intelligence, intent, and mastery. The aliens analyzed the patterns. The calculations alone were beyond comprehension. Energy flows, spatial distortions, temporal anomalies, all perfectly controlled. The humans operating the system instinctively had become one with the technology. Vaylor stepped back. They control it, completely. "No one should be able to manipulate this. Yet they do," Mkra whispered, awestruck. "Humans, they are the inheritors of a power older than we imagined. They are chosen." The aliens transmitted a message through their most advanced communication channels. "State your intentions." "Who are you? Why do you control this power?" Aaron replied, his voice calm but firm. "We are humans. We have lived hidden, learning, surviving, and growing. This technology was given to us by a civilization long gone to safeguard us and the galaxy. We are the guardians of this secret, and now we reveal ourselves, not to conquer but to be recognized as equals." The alien fleet was silent. For centuries, they had met civilizations that were primitive, aggressive, or weak. They had never encountered beings that could master technology of such sophistication without prior instruction. Vaylor stepped closer to the view screen. "We underestimated them," he said. "Completely. We thought we would find primitive survivors. Instead, we find equals. They have inherited knowledge beyond even our greatest minds." The humans continued their demonstration. With subtle gestures, the artifacts projected detailed simulations, manipulation of stellar energy, guidance of planetary orbits, even the ability to create safe zones in the most hostile environments. Every display was precise, elegant, and flawless. The aliens watched in awe, unable to replicate a single action. "This is incredible," Mkra whispered. "They are not just intelligent, they are extraordinary, they are human." But the humans did not stop there. They projected a simulation of their own civilization, cities, technologies, societies, all harmonized with the planet. It was clear that humanity had not merely survived. They had thrived, developing knowledge and systems that rivaled and even surpassed much of the galaxy. Aaron addressed the alien fleet directly through the projection. "We are not here to fight. We are not here to dominate. We are here to be recognized, to step forward as partners in the galaxy. The technology you see is ancient, yes, but it is our heritage. We have learned, adapted, and now we are ready." Vaylor felt a stirring he had never experienced. Respect, awe, and a subtle fear mingled in his chest. "They are more than humans," he muttered. They are guardians, protectors, and they will not be underestimated again. The aliens, after a tense pause, transmitted back. We acknowledge your power. We recognize your intelligence. You have surpassed expectations. We wish to establish dialogue to learn and to understand. Aaron exhaled, relief and pride washing over him. Humanity had not only survived first contact, they had dominated it, not through violence, but through intelligence, creativity, and foresight. For the first time in millennia, humans stood before the galaxy not as hidden, underestimated creatures, but as equals, capable of commanding respect. The ancient secret had served its purpose. It had protected humanity until they were ready to claim their place among the stars. As the alien fleet withdrew to orbit for discussions, Aaron and his team observed a new horizon. Humanity's potential was limitless. They had proven themselves, not by aggression, but by mastery and wisdom. Vaylor, speaking to his fleet, said quietly, "We thought ourselves advanced. We thought we understood the universe. But they are beyond what we imagined. The galaxy has underestimated humans for too long." And on Earth, as humans looked at the stars with new awareness, they understood their responsibility. Guardianship was not just about secrecy, it was about stewardship. They had been hidden to grow, to learn, and to be ready. Now ready they were. The artifacts pulsed gently, as if satisfied, as if acknowledging the success of their charge. Humanity had passed the test set by a civilization long vanished, and in doing so, they had secured not only their own future, but also the awe and respect of the galaxy. Aaron turned to his team. "This is only the beginning," he said. "We have much to learn, much to explore, but now the galaxy knows humans are here and we are ready." From orbit, Vaylor transmitted one final message. "Earth is remarkable, its people unparalleled. We will carry this knowledge forward with respect and caution. Humanity is extraordinary." The fleet began to depart, leaving Earth in peace, for now. Humans had demonstrated their mastery, their ingenuity, and their restraint. They had revealed the ancient secret, yet did not abuse it. And as night fell across the planet, stars twinkled in the sky. Humanity looked upward, not with fear or ignorance, but with pride, curiosity, and determination. They had survived the greatest test of all, first contact with the galaxy, and they had passed not through dominance but through brilliance, courage, and heart. The secret of Earth, hidden for millennia, had finally been revealed, and the galaxy would never be the same.